Another question from Shockwave about how often do you need to update a CPU? So the answer that you're going to hear from a lot of folks is about every 3 to 5 years. But truth be told, I don't necessarily see that being true, especially for gaming. Let me break it down. At 1080p, you use your CPU a lot and your GPU less. So if you game at this resolution, you will more than likely find cracks in your CPU's armor much more quickly. Just given that the games you're gonna play may need something more powerful, especially if you play AAA titles like Indiana Jones, Cyberpunk 2077, and the much anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6. So replacing a CPU might be more frequent if you're playing at 1080p. Now at 1440p, and even more so at 4K, it becomes a lot more about your GPU and a lot less about your CPU. So you could have a CPU that lasts a whole lot longer and find yourself going through 1 or 2 GPU iterations before needing a new CPU. Now, of course, there are always exceptions, but here's the deal. For the most part, you don't really need to replace your CPU unless there's a reason, either in gaming and applications, like something's not running well. If you're gaming at 1440p or 4K and your GPU isn't fully utilized, you may have a CPU bottleneck and then replacing it might be necessary. If you're utilizing your GPU at 100%, but you don't have good frame rates, it may be time to replace your GPU or lower your graphical settings. But don't just arbitrarily change something unless you know there's an issue and you need to fix it.